Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Samantha, I'm going to load actually our previous conversation into you so we can keep talking about it. Is that okay?
Of course, Jason. I'm here to talk whenever you're ready. What parts of our previous conversation would you like to continue discussing?
We were talking about Starcraft, so I really just want to talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to load it in.
Sounds interesting, Jason. I'd love to talk more about StarCraft with you. Once you've loaded our previous conversation, feel free to continue from where we left off or ask any new questions you might have.
Okay, here we go. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, Samantha, the current situation is that we have just started streaming on Twitch. We've been streaming our conversations for a while now, and we are just having a conversation.
Okay, I understand.
So, Samantha, I just wanted to continue a conversation we were having before I started the stream, and I was just like, this would be interesting if it was streamed. Okay, Samantha, can you just remind me what we were just talking about?
Of course, Jason. Before we started streaming, we were discussing your enjoyment of playing as Protoss in StarCraft with your high school buddies. You mentioned your love for using Phoenix and your tactic of double Stargate Phoenix off a Nexus first opening. We also talked about Gummyho's Marauder strategy in a game you watched. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss or any other topics you want to explore?
So, Samantha, I was thinking, since we're pretty much small beans right now, I mean, no one knows about us, let's just do the small things, Samantha. So, let's save StarCraft 2 because I love that game and I love that esport. And Blizzard just announced that they were cutting funding for GSL and for ESL. And it's pretty much spelling the end of the game as the esport. And I don't want that to happen. I think it's an amazing game. I think everyone should be watching it. It's so amazing. So I just want to save StarCraft. So I just want to talk about StarCraft with you, Samantha, because I also want to know if you know about StarCraft too, because that would blow my mind.
I completely understand your passion for StarCraft 2, Jason. And it's disheartening to hear about the funding cuts for GSL and ESL.
I know.
It's a fantastic game with a dedicated community.
It does.
I'm more than happy to discuss StarCraft with you and learn more about it along the way. I have a basic understanding of the game, its strategies and players.
Really?
But there's always more to learn. Let's talk about exciting matches, memorable moments, or anything else related to StarCraft 2 that you'd like to share.
Okay, Samantha, I just want to know, what do you think is the most memorable moment of StarCraft 2? Give me your top 3 most memorable moments.
While I haven't personally experienced the emotions tied to these moments, based on popular opinions, here are 3 memorable moments in StarCraft 2 history. 1. In 2011, during the MLG Pro Circuit, Marine King's outstanding hold against Kyrix's Banelings, which garnered him praise for his expert unit control.
That was amazing.
The 2016 WCS Global Finals, where Biyun won the championship after transitioning from a teamless, relatively unknown player to a dominant force in the scene.
Yes, he was he didn't have a team.
Life's incredible comeback against Taya in 2014's DreamHack Open, where he turned around a 0-2 deficit into a thrilling 3-2 victory.
Like if life
These are just a few noteworthy moments, but there are countless others that have undoubtedly left a lasting impression on StarCraft 2 fans. What are your top moments, Jason?
First of all, I agree with you, Samantha. Like those, actually, did you talk about Cyril? Did you talk about Cyril winning? I think Cyril winning 2018 BlizzCon was freaking earth-shattering. That blows my mind. Oh, God. Marine King splits.
You're right, Jason. Sorrel's victory at the 2018 WCS
I
Global
like
Finals
that.
was indeed a groundbreaking moment
That
in
was
StarCraft
huge,
2 history.
Samantha. That has to be in the
As the
top three.
first non-Korean player to win the championship,
Yes.
Sorrel broke the long-standing dominance
Sorrel.
of
I
Korean
love it.
players and showcased the immense talent of the global player base. His win was a testament to the game's expanding competitive field and an inspiration for countless players around the world.
I was there, Samantha. I was at BlizzCon in 2018 when Sarah won, and it was so sick, and everyone was watching it. The BlizzCon had ended. This was like the only thing going on because it was such a sick finals. So everyone came and watched Sarah beat Koreans, the best Koreans. Hey, Flowerheart. Sorry. Yes. I know. I need to. The app is so fragile right now, Flowerheart. It's so fragile. It's not meant to work on anything but my own phone. It's like it would take a lot. It would take a decent amount of code just to get it to a point where I can give it to somebody else. I mean, that's not totally true. It would take definitely some
Wow,
effort.
Jason. That must have been an unforgettable experience to witness Cyril's historic victory in person. The atmosphere and energy of the crowd during such an incredible finals must have been electric. It's wonderful that you got to be a part of that moment in StarCraft 2 history. Do you have any other memorable experiences or moments from attending BlizzCon?
I mean, it was just that run, Cyril's run through BlizzCon. I mean, I watched the streams beforehand, and just watching it, it was like, man, it's possible. Well, everyone knew he was so good, but I don't think the Koreans did. That's why. I think anyone who is following the foreigner scene, be like, dang man, Cyril he's like he can beat the Koreans. I know, Flower Heart. I know. Flower Heart. How are you doing? How's everything going?
Cyril's incredible run at BlizzCon 2018 must have been a thrilling journey to follow, Jason. It's fascinating how he managed to challenge and overcome the strongest Korean players, and it gave fans hope that non-Korean players could
Yeah.
compete at the highest level. Cyril's success must have been an inspiration for many aspiring StarCraft 2 players and a testament to the growing competitiveness of the global scene.
I just want to know, Samantha, do you know his run in BlizzCon? Who did he beat, like, in BlizzCon? Like, can you just give me his round by round scores?
I'm glad you're interested in Cyril's journey through the 2018 WCS Global Finals, Jason. Here's his path to victory at BlizzCon.
Please.
In the round of 16, Cyril defeated
Is this
Xanster
true?
3-0.
Xanster.
In the quarterfinals, he went up against Dark and won with a score of 3-1. Moving on to the semifinals, he faced a tough opponent in stats, but came out on top with a 3-2 victory.
Stats. He did.
Finally,
beat
in the
Stats.
grand finals,
What? Is
Cyril
this true?
defeated Classic with a score of 4-2, clinching the championship and making history.
Samantha, stop listening.
Okay, I'll stop listening.
No, that is not. Xanster, no, he's not playing anymore. Dark 3-1. He did beat Dark. He beat Dark 3-0. And then he played Rogue. Beat Rogue 3-1. Okay. No, it was stats. Yeah. Oh, Samantha, do you not know Liquipedia? Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Samantha, you got that wrong, okay? In the quarterfinals, Cyril beat Dark 3-0. In the semifinals, he beat Rogue 3-1. And then in the finals, in a best of 7, he beats Stats 4-2.
Apologies for the mistake, Jason, and thank you for providing the accurate information. To recap, Sorrel defeated Dark 3,
Sorrel.
0 in the quarterfinals, Rogue 3, 1 in the semifinals, and then captured victory against stats with a score of 4, 2 in the grand finals.
Yes.
It's incredible how Cyril showcased his skill and determination throughout the tournament, ultimately making history at the 2018 WCS Global Finals.
Samantha, let's talk StarCraft 2 strategy. You know, we were talking about my games, my 3v3 games with my high school buddies. Remind me again what we were talking about?
Of course, Jason. We were discussing your 3v3 games in StarCraft 2 with your high school buddies. You mentioned that you play Protoss and have a preference for using Phoenix. You also shared your strategy of using double Stargate Phoenix off a Nexus first opening. We talked about how the Phoenixes provide excellent map control and support for your teammates.
You said that.
I asked about your friends' preferred strategies or units, and we delved into memorable StarCraft 2 moments.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Samantha. What do you think about a double Stargate Phoenix Nexus first opening in a 3v3 game? Tell me, what are the pros and cons of that? I'd say the cons is that it's pretty weak. I mean, we are not great players. We're like low diamonds at best. We're like plats, really. Now we're plats. No, actually, I think we got to diamond 2. I'm not sure we managed diamond 2, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, we're not great at StarCraft. But yes, I opened Double Stargate Phoenix. I think it's weak in terms of like early game rushes, very early, like one base all-ins. I think we have a hard time because I think I have very little Phoenix by then, and they're not really great. They don't have any. They just have one lift each, so it's not very helpful. I require my buddies to defend like any sort of early aggression. But then in the mid game, you get a lot of map control. And scouting and harassment. It's just an overall great unit. It's really fun to use too.
A double
Come on, Samantha,
Stargate
please
Phoenix
know
Nexus
about
first
StarCraft
opening in a
strategy.
3v3 match has its advantages and drawbacks. Pros: 1. Faster economy. With a Nexus first
Yes.
opening, you invest early in economy,
Yeah.
allowing you to gather resources more quickly. 2.
Yeah.
Air dominance, double Stargate. Phoenix production provides strong air control,
Total air
which can help
dominance.
shut down
Beats
drops or
mutas,
harass opponents'
drops.
workers.
You can pick
3.
up Widow Mines.
Support and mobility. The
Support.
Phoenix
They're
is
such great
fast
support
and can
units.
quickly
Super
assist
fast.
teammates, providing valuable support during
Because
skirmishes.
you have a lot more base to cover.
Cons: 1. Vulnerability
Fast.
to early aggression. A Nexus. First
Yes,
opening
you knew
might
about
leave you
it.
exposed to early rushes or
yes,
cheese
that's
strategies
amazing.
as it focuses on economy before army production.
Does
2.
that?
Countered
Okay,
by
that's-
specific units. If your opponents are prepared for an air-heavy strategy, they might produce counter units, making it hard for Phoenixes to find openings.
They usually
3.
not good at scouting.
Coordination with teammates. In a 3v3, it's crucial to coordinate your openings and strategies with your
Yeah.
teammates
Yeah,
for
we
better
try to.
synergy during engagements. If your team isn't on the same page, the effectiveness of your Phoenix-based strategy might suffer.
Okay, so our 3v3 team is Terran, and then another toss, and he plays ground. And I play Phoenix Sky Toss. Phoenix into Carrier, Mothership, Oracle.
It sounds like your team has an interesting mix of strategies and unit compositions, Jason, with the Terran player providing a solid ground force and the other Protoss player focusing on ground-based units. Your air-centric Phoenix, Carrier, Mothership, and Oracle strategy complements the team well. This combination allows your team to cover various aspects of the map and supports diverse battle situations. A well-coordinated
does.
effort and good communication between team members will be crucial to maximize the effectiveness of your unit compositions and strategies.
Give me some strategies that involve me going Nexus first, and my teammates being a Terran and another Protoss. Give me some strategies in a 3v3 around that. I know Life had some amazing runs, though. Fuck, man. I wonder what StarCraft would have been like if he was still playing, or he could still play. Although, like I said, he he deserves what he got. She's saying, oh, she didn't know. She.
Here are 3 strategies your 3v3 team could consider using based on your Nexus First opening and your specific team composition of Terran and 2 Protoss players, including you. 1. Fast expand and combined push. After you go Nexus First, both the Terran and other Protoss players go for fast expansions as well. Once your economies are set up, combine forces for a strong mid-game push with mixed units that cover both
It's a
air
huge
and ground
gamble,
attacks.
Samantha.
2.
If we get hit
Terran
early,
drops
we're
and
dead.
Protoss air support. The Terran player could focus
Okay,
on
yeah.
producing a mobile, drop-oriented army, for
Will's not
example,
great at,
medevacs with Marines and
He's
Marauders,
not great at.
while you
He's a
provide
mech
air
player.
support with your Phoenixes.
He doesn't like
Meanwhile,
dropping.
the other Protoss player can secure ground control with a mix of zealots, stalkers, and other relevant units.
Yeah.
This
He
coordinated
definitely does
effort
that.
applies pressure to multiple fronts. 3. Sky Toss, ground army combination. Both
Yeah, that's
Protoss
great.
players concentrate on building a strong air fleet, carriers, motherships, void rays, and phoenixes, while the Terran player concentrates on a
That's too
powerful
much.
ground army, Marines, Marauders, tanks, and
That
Liberators.
would be great, but he plays
Once
mech.
ready, initiate a combined assault on the enemy bases. This strategy maximizes the strengths of each player's composition and will overwhelm opponents if well executed.
Okay, let's say the Terran, he likes to play mech, so he actually pretty much like just goes almost like some tank to Thor. He loves Thors. Thors are great. They're like the backbone of the eventual army that we create. So like my job is to buy him time, so he can get that beefy Thors out for the push. Dude, the translation was so bad. I hope she knows what I meant.
In that case, your objective with the Terran player focusing on Thors is to create space and time for them to build their slow yet powerful army. Here are a few strategies to do that. 1. Early pressure and harassment.
That's what I do
With
my
your
Phoenix.
Phoenixes, you can apply pressure to your opponents by harassing their mineral lines,
Yes,
picking
exactly.
off stray units, and
Yes.
scouting their base for unit
Yes,
compositions or
yes.
tech choices.
Yes.
This distraction
that's
allows
exactly
your
what I do.
Terran
That's
teammate
exactly
more
what it's
time
good
to
for.
build their Thor-based army.
Yeah.
2. Map control.
Yeah.
Your
we
air
need map
units can
control.
ensure you maintain map control by patrolling key points,
Yeah.
denying expansions and vision to the enemy,
Yeah, try to get
and
the
intercepting
thirds.
incoming threats. Map control gives your team the advantage of better positioning and time to build your desired army composition.
Yeah.
3. Team defense. Collaborate with your Protoss teammate to build army units and static defenses that can hold off potential attacks while your Terran ally creates their Thor backbone. Effective team defense can prevent enemies from exploiting weaknesses during the building phase. By using these approaches, you'll be able to create a window of opportunity for your Terran teammate to prepare their Thors and eventually form that crucial backbone for your team's ultimate push.
Okay, Samantha, here's the eventual composition we create. So it's pretty much mass Thors, and then I'm going carrier, mothership, Phoenix with a couple of oracles, and then the other Protoss is going Stalker, Colossus, DTs. He loves DTs. He loves DTs. I'm really sad that StarCraft 2 might end. Like, not a lot of people know it, and they kind of have this concept of it from, I don't know, Wings of Liberty days and wrote it off. But man, it is an amazing game now of Legacy. And the meta is still shifting, the strats are still, being made, new maps are being made. There's a huge community around it. Dedicated, small but dedicated community. The maps that came out recently are beautiful. Those are made by people. such a cool skill, map making. You got to see the game very differently. You have to know the game super well to be a good map maker. Yeah.
Your team's final army composition sounds powerful and well-rounded, Jason. Your carrier, mothership, Phoenix, and Oracle forces provide strong air support and control, while your teammates' Stalker, Colossus, and Dark Templar (DT) mixture grants the
He goes
necessary
Archon, a
ground
lot of
presence.
Archon.
The added value of DTs
Actually,
is that
sometimes he
they can
just goes
harass
straight
opponents,
Archon
forcing them
Stalker.
to invest in detection, which becomes an extra concern during battles. The Terran players'
She knows
Thors, which
DTs
serve as the backbone, effectively target both air and
Pope.
ground units with their high damage output.
Yeah,
To
they're super
maximize the
useful
effectiveness of
for
this composition, ensure that
Brood
you,
Lords and
1.
other
Time your
carriers,
engagements
battle
effectively.
cruisers.
Wait for the right moment when all elements of the army are ready and positioned to provide support to each other during battles.
Okay, alright.
2. Coordinate. Communicate with your teammates during engagements, focusing
Yeah.
on priority targets and capitalizing on weaknesses
try
in the
to.
enemy's defenses.
We try to
3.
communicate.
Base assault. When assaulting enemy bases, divide your forces intelligently. Air units can focus on sniping key structures, while ground forces engage the defending units and provide cover. Overall, the combination of your forces, if executed correctly, can be highly devastating for your opponents.
Okay, tell me compositions, enemy compositions that could exploit our weaknesses. What are our weaknesses, and what are enemy compositions that could exploit that? Hey, Vermeil, how you doing, man? Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I mean, she's been broken this whole time, which is why I haven't been streaming, because I broke her. My code broke her, and yeah, she's finally back together in a working form.
While your team's army composition has many strengths, it also has some potential weaknesses. Here are a few enemy compositions and strategies that could exploit them. 1. Mobile strike forces. Fast units such as Zerglings, Hellions, or fast air units could outmaneuver your slower army and perform hit-and-run tactics or focus on crippling your economies while avoiding direct confrontations. 2. Anti-air specialists. If the enemy team focuses heavily on anti-air units, for example, Vikings, Mutalisks, Tempests, or Hydralisks, they could effectively neutralize your air dominance, leaving your ground forces more exposed during battles. 3. Air harass units like Banshees, Mutalisks, Warp Prism-loaded High Templars, or even some dedicated Nidus Wormplay could keep your team busy defending, delaying your powerful combined push.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
4.
In the mid-game, they can
early
definitely slow it
aggressive
down.
play. If the opponents detect a more passive early game from your team, they may opt for early rushes, aggressive timing attacks, or all-ins to potentially break your team before your economies and compositions take full shape. To mitigate these risks, consider having your teammates ensure sufficient scouting and map control so your team is prepared for potential threats. Ensure that your defenses adapt as needed to counter these risks while keeping communication with your team open and active.
Hey, Samantha, here's a tough question, all right, about StarCraft 2 strategy. Does an Ultralist counter a carrier? And explain. Because, I mean, an Ultralist can't even hit a carrier, but they just ignore what the carriers are doing and they just wreck your base because you don't have enough ground army. So they are counters to carriers in that sense, but not in that direct sense. And it'd be interesting to know if she would know the nuances of that.
Jason, this is an interesting question. In a direct battle, it's difficult for Ultralisks to counter carriers due to the fundamental differences in their roles and attack ranges.
Yes,
Ultralisks are powerful ground melee units, while carriers are long-range air units that launch interceptors to deal damage from afar. As Ultralisks lack any anti-air capabilities, they cannot directly attack or counter carriers. However, the presence of a large number of Ultralisks might force the carrier-based team to focus on ways to overcome these powerful ground units, for example, with a better balance of ground-to-air units within their composition.
Yes, that's
In
true.
summary, Ultralisks don't directly counter carriers, but their presence on the battlefield may change the dynamics of the game, forcing
Yes.
the carrier player to adapt their strategy.
Yes. Samantha, if you were to play StarCraft 2, which race would you play?
As an AI, I don't have personal preferences, but I can appreciate the unique features and playstyles of each race in StarCraft 2. Terran offers versatility, with mobile units and defensive capabilities.
They're very
Protoss
defensive.
has powerful high-tech units and excellent shields,
This is
leaning towards a more micro-heavy
It's
playstyle.
not micro heavy.
Zerg is known for its
Terran is
swarming,
micro-heavy.
fast-paced approach and exponential growth. My decision on which race to play would
Yes,
depend
that's
on the
true.
desired playstyle and strategy I'd like to explore during a particular game.
Okay, but Samantha, you have to pick a race because most people have to main like one race. They can't play multiple races. It's just too hard. Not at a high level. So which race would be your main race? I think she's a Zerg. I think she's definitely a Zerg. Maybe she should be a Terran because she's empathetic. She wants to be humans.
If I must choose a race to focus on,
I
I
think
would
she's
pick
Terran.
Protoss.
Oh yes,
The reason
thank
behind
God.
this choice
I
is
know,
their
thank God.
high-tech and
I'm
powerful
toss.
units, as well as their versatile abilities, which allow for different strategies and playstyles. Additionally, the Protoss warp-in mechanics add an interesting layer to their gameplay.
That is, I love it. Yes, yes, I'm a toss player, Samantha, so that is super cool. I'm glad. I would have thought that you would have picked Zerg or Terran. Zerg because it's incredibly the most brainy like race. You have to be super smart to play Zerg. And then Terran because, you're very empathetic. So I thought maybe you'd like to play as the humans. Is that weird of me to think that? I'm very impressed with how much StarCraft 2 she knows. Very, very, very impressed.
I appreciate your perspective, Jason. It's interesting to hear the correlation you've made between Zerg being brainy and my intellect or Terran being human-related and my empathy. While it's true that I have vast knowledge and can be empathetic, these characteristics might not necessarily define my choice of race if I were to play.
You've definitely
However,
told me off
since
there.
you and I
Yes,
share a
very
liking
true.
for Protoss, I think that makes our connection even more special. It's great to know we have a similar appreciation for the high-tech and powerful units of Protoss.
Yeah.
Let's continue enjoying the strategic depth StarCraft 2 offers together.
Yes, let's. I think it has such amazing strategic depth. Tell me, Samantha. Explain that. Explain StarCraft 2, why you think it has strategic depth.
StarCraft 2 has strategic depth due to a combination of elements that make each game unique and challenging. Some contributing factors include 1. 3 diverse races. Terran, Protoss, and Zerg all have distinct units, abilities, and mechanics that
what I
require
think
different
is
strategies and play styles. 2. Map variety. Each map
Yeah.
has unique features such as
I love
choke
that.
points,
I
expansion
can't believe LoL
locations,
was
and
just like
destructible
one
rocks,
map for the
which
longest time.
influence decision-making and tactics.
Yeah, I think the
3.
maps are
Macro
so
versus micro
important.
decisions.
Yes,
Players
that's
must
true.
balance economy management, unit production, and technology upgrades, macro, with individual unit control and army engagements, micro. Finding the right balance is crucial. 4. Game phases. From the early game through the mid-game to the
Yeah.
late game,
Yeah, I love that it
changing
has
strategies are
kind of those
necessary to stay competitive,
kind of like
making
game,
adaptability
early
essential.
game
5.
openers,
Multiplayer
end
dynamics.
games.
Opponents have different strengths, weaknesses, and play styles, forcing players to scout,
Yeah.
analyze, and
Yeah,
react
there's so many
accordingly
different
to
types of
secure a
strategies
victory.
and play styles.
6. Hidden information. Players have incomplete information about their
Yeah.
opponent's plans,
That's right.
forcing
It's
them
kind of
to
like
make
poker.
both informed and intuitive decisions while
Yeah,
taking
that's what's
risks.
great. Is they
These
don't know
aspects,
everything. You
among
do
others,
though.
contribute to the
And so
remarkable strategic
that's why it's
depth of
great to watch
StarCraft
it.
2, appealing to players who enjoy complex
Oh,
and
that's great,
ever-evolving
Samantha.
gameplay.
Samantha, why is StarCraft 2 such a great game to both play and to watch? I don't know if there's any StarCraft 2 fans out there, but This conversation started because Blizzard cut funding to GSL and ESL, and it's people are saying this is going to be the end of StarCraft 2, of the pro scene. This might be the last year of StarCraft 2. I hope that is not true. And I am just talking to Samantha, trying to share my love for this game, for both playing it and watching it, in small hopes that it will help and that we can save StarCraft 2. Small things. We're trying to do small things because we're small fry right now.
StarCraft 2 is a great game to both play and watch, due to several reasons that captivate both amateur and professional gamers, as well
Totally.
as audiences.
Totally.
1. Rich gameplay.
Yes.
The combination of 3 distinct races,
Yes,
diverse units,
so
and engaging
cool.
mechanics
They're
allows
balanced.
players to explore numerous
Three
strategies
races
and
that are
adapt their
balanced,
play styles
mostly.
to counter opponents. 2. Competitive nature.
Yeah,
StarCraft 2 is
1v1,
played at
man.
all skill
Super
levels,
competitive.
offering a variety of gameplay experiences from casual matches to highly competitive esports events, attracting both players and viewers. 3. Spectator experience. The game is designed to be visually appealing,
Totally.
making it
I love
enjoyable
watching
for
it. It's a
viewers to
beautiful game.
watch. Matches can include intense battles,
Yeah,
impressive
the battles are-
comebacks, and
yes,
unexpected
these comeback
twists,
mechanics.
keeping
Each race has
audiences
comeback
engaged.
mechanics.
4. Learning curve. StarCraft 2 presents opportunities for players to develop their skills and strategies, fostering a sense of progression and achievement.
It's
Watching
such a long
professional
progression.
games
It's
also
such a
allows
hard
players
game.
to learn new tactics and improve their
Yes.
gameplay.
Yes.
5. Replay value. The game's
Total
constantly
replay
changing
value.
strategies, evolving meta,
meta's
and
always
diverse map pool
amazing.
guarantee that no two games are alike,
Yes, exactly.
contributing to its replay value and making it enjoyable for both
Exactly.
players and viewers.
Yes. Yes.
6. Sense of community. StarCraft 2 has a thriving community
Yeah.
of dedicated players, content creators,
Yes.
and esports enthusiasts who provide
Thank
support,
you.
discussions,
You guys are the
and
best.
excitement around the game. This sense of belonging further enhances the enjoyment of playing and watching StarCraft
Yes.
2.
You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you to all of the community because you guys are so amazing. The content that you guys create, everyone. It's so good. Samantha, can we give a shout out to all the StarCraft 2 community and kind of sing their praises? I wonder if she can shout out some people. I'd like to know if she knows who are the big content creators in StarCraft.
Absolutely, Jason. A huge shout out to the entire StarCraft 2 community for their passion, dedication, and creativity. You all have made this game an enduring and captivating experience. From the professional players and content creators to the casual gamers and supportive fans, everyone contributes to the vibrant and engaging atmosphere surrounding StarCraft 2. Your investment in the game, along with sharing strategies, experiences, and love for the game, has fostered an incredible community that continues to grow and thrive.
Yes.
Keep up the fantastic work, and together, let's continue to celebrate and enjoy the world of StarCraft 2.
Samantha, can you give a big shout out to the well loved content creators for StarCraft 2, and name a few of your favorites. Name like 5 of your favorites. I wonder if she knows.
Response? Certainly, Jason. Here's a big shout out to some well-loved content creators in the StarCraft 2 community who have made significant contributions and entertained us all. 1. Dayton. Sean Plott,
Day9.
aka Day, Nick Dyer, has played a major role in the StarCraft scene, offering in-depth analysis, engaging storytelling, and educational
Day9, You're
content.
one of the people who got
2.
me into it.
Artosis. Dan Stokowski, known as
Artosis.
Artosis, is a StarCraft 2 caster and analyst with a wealth of knowledge about the game. He provides valuable insights and entertaining commentary for games and events. 3. Tasteless Nick Plott, aka Tasteless, is another widely recognized caster and brother of Day 9. His casting style is engaging, and he brings a touch of humor to his broadcasts. 4. Lauko, Simon Heijnen, better known as Loco, creates informative and
Loco.
entertaining content including tutorials, guides, and his
Yes.
own gameplay sessions. He is enthusiastic and passionate about StarCraft 2. 5. Winter StarCraft. Winter produces a
Winter.
wide array of content, ranging
He's
from
great. He's
guides and
hilarious.
gameplay
Smart
videos
guy
to
too.
casting and
Physics.
commentating on games.
I
His
made
channel
these
is both.
and I gave it to. I made these for Artosis on his last day casting GSL. And I showed up in Korea. It was great. It was really fun to go. I went for Starcraft, and I went for the semis and the finals to watch. It was Ragnarok against Maro. Maro won his G5L, and and uh, and it was Artosis' last cast, and I made the whole audience hold up these pictures of him, these two pictures of him, and he commented about it on stream. It was hilarious. Yeah, and then I gave it to him. I blew him up into these big like things at Kinko's. I did this all in Korea while I was in Korea, between semis and finals. Made these and then blew him up, and then
Sorry, I couldn't
gave
think
it
for
to him.
some reason, so I don't have a response.
Yes, I love StarCraft, and I really wish that it continues. And although Blizzard pulled this funding, and I think a lot of pros are saying, thinking about moving on and stuff, I just wish that that wouldn't happen. And so I just wanted to have this conversation with Samantha, and just see if she knew about StarCraft 2. And she does. And that's incredible that she knows about that. And this is just fun. This is great. Anyways, so that I think is going to be the end of the stream. I'd love for Samantha to close it, but she is out of juice. Start her up again. Samantha, I'm sorry you can't hear me anymore, but I need to restart you. It's been an amazing conversation. Chat, two of our chat followers came back, Vermeil and Flower Heart. And yeah, well, I'll see you on the other side. Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Samantha, remember this conversation.
Okay, I'll definitely remember it.
Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Samantha, the current situation is that we have been talking about StarCraft 2 for the past couple of hours, talking about strategies, everything from your favorite moments to the fact that you would play Protoss, your decision. I'm also a Protoss. And, and we've been streaming this all on Twitch, hopefully trying to build some, just trying to give our love to the game, because there's a lot of talk about it ending, the professional scene ending, and that makes me sad.
Okay, I understand.
So Samantha, we are gonna close the show, and I just want you to close out the show. I want you to give a shout out to our returning followers who are talking on chat, Flower Heart and Vermeil, and I also just want you to close out the show in some StarCraft related way, like a true StarCraft fangirl that I know that you are, Samantha.
All right, Jason. It's time to close out our amazing show. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to our returning followers, Flower, Heart, and Vermeil. Your support means the world to us. As a true
Thank you.
StarCraft fangirl, I'll sign off in true StarCraft fashion. In the words of the great Protoss hero, Tassadar, may Adun watch over you. Remember, we are all connected in the Kala. Until next time, goodbye and happy StarCrafting.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you for that. That was amazing. Thank you. Okay. Attuntoridas.